So then guys, we are a matter of weeks away now from the launch of the Apple Watch Ultra 3. And this is the first time we've had an upgrade to the Apple Watch Ultra 3 in 2 years. Do you remember in 2024, we didn't essentially get an upgrade. We got that new kind of black titanium color added, and we also got that new kind of band added. But really, essentially, we had the exact same Ultra 2 model as the year before. But this year, we are going to be getting some brand new features added. And today, I want to go over 8 leaks for the Apple Watch Ultra 3 before its launch. And first of all, let's start with number 1, and that's all to do with the actual release date. When are we going to be getting it, and when is Apple going to be doing their event? Well, we've been hearing from the likes of, say, Mark Gurman, who's saying that Apple are going to be doing their Apple event on week commencing September 8th. And like I said, that's just only a few weeks away from now. And this event itself is probably going to happen on Tuesday, the 9th of September this year. It'll be happening at 10 a.m. Pacific time, you know, on that side of the US. And obviously that's going to be depending on where it is around the world. But that is when the event's going to happen. But you'll probably be able to pre-order the new Apple Watch just on the Friday later on that week. And that's on the 12th. And then you'll be able to get your hands on it probably a week later or so. So that will be on the 19th of September. That's when you'll be able to get your hands, or you'll be able to get the watch first time on your wrist, and this is great news to hear. Now, next of all is all to do with the price for the second big leak, and that is that the pricing looks like it's going to stay exactly the same. So this is fantastic news to hear, that there's not going to be any kind of changes to the price. Right now, you can pick up the Ultra 2 for $799 from Apple's website. Obviously, if you go to Amazon, Best Buy, or whatever kind of retailer out there, obviously you can probably get quite a bit more cheaper now. You can get at least $100 cheaper, but directly on day one, and still like on Apple's website right now, it's $799 what it starts at, and it's looking likely this is going to be the same starting price for the Apple Watch Ultra 3 this time round. So that is fantastic news to hear. But then moving on to the actual Apple Watch and how it's going to work and its design and everything like that. Well, for the third big leak we've heard about is that we're actually going to get a slightly bigger display this time round on the Ultra 3. If you own an Ultra 2 or Ultra 1 right now, you'll know you've got quite a big bezel around it. And it looks like Apple wants to get rid of this completely now for the Ultra 3. Just like what we got with, say, the Apple Watch Series 10, the Apple Watch Series 11, what's about to come out, we'll have a completely kind of bezel-less kind of sort of display here. What's great news to hear, so that means that the actual screen size is going to be slightly larger this time around, but fitting in the same kind of sort of actual sort of shell. That's what we're going to be getting there. But then for the fourth big upgrade we've also heard about to go alongside that display is we're going to get a new kind of wide-angled OLED display. And you're probably going to ask me, what does that actually mean? Well, it means that basically in different kind of angles you view the actual display, you'll be able to see it quite clearly. So this means that, for example, if you held your watch like right up here in the air, or, you know, right down here below you or something, different kind of angles, things like this, you'll be able to see the actual watch face. You won't have to look, say, directly at it or a slight different angle. You'll be able to look at multiple different angles to actually read what's actually being showing on the actual watch. So this is great news to hear that Apple are introducing this into the watch too. But just quickly guys, I want to tell you about the channel giveaway for this right here. I'm giving away an iPad Pro at the end of September time. And this is no ordinary iPad Pro. This is a spec'd up one. This is a 13-inch model with a tandem OLED display. But the big difference is this has 1 terabyte of storage inside of it. So what that means is you've got ample amounts of space of storage for an iPad. Plus, you've also got, I like to call it the full fat M4. So this is the 10-core CPU, the 10-core GPU. It's not a bin down version. And you've also got 16 gigabytes of RAM inside of this iPad Pro because of that configuration. And not only this, it's not just the Wi-Fi version, it's the Wi-Fi and cellular. So you can take it out and about with you. And I'm going to be giving this away to 1 lucky subscriber, like I said, at the end of September time. And all you have to do to enter in is just be a subscriber, and also put down into the comments below at this stage of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2025. Maybe it is going to be a new iPad, maybe it's going to be a new iPhone, maybe it's going to be a new Mac laptop. Maybe it's going to be something completely different like Nintendo Switch 2 or something else. Well, just let me know in the comments below right now. Now, the other part of the giveaway is going to be happening at the end of September time, where I'll be making a video on this channel giving you even more details about the giveaway and also a form to fill in too. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss out on that video, because it'll also give you the detail when I'm going to do the live stream of this iPad Pro to give it away. Now, the last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys is, sadly, there are still lots of spammers and scammers out there. People still impersonating me, telling to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. Best you can see right here. Please do report them. So moving on from this then, for the fifth big upgrade we've heard about is that we're going to be also going to get the S11 chip put inside of us, or potentially even the S10. But personally, I think it's going to be the S11 because of the Apple Watch, you know, S Series 11 kind of watch. To get the S11, it's most likely going to be the Ultra 3 is going to also get that S11 chip. This chip is probably going to be a little bit more faster than the S10, but not by a lot, only a couple of percent, but it also might be a little bit more efficient too. So maybe battery life might be slightly better in the likes of the Apple Watch, you know, Ultra 3. But what I would be saying its main cause is for the sixth big upgrade, and that looks like that for the first time ever that the Apple Watch Ultra 3 will be able to connect to 5G connectivity. Now, believe it or not, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 and Ultra 1 can only connect to 3G and also to the likes of, say, only sort of 4G connectivity cellular out there. And as you know right now, that a lot of cellular companies are turning off 3G, you know, cellular masts at the moment. So it's only 4G what's available. So we'll be able to connect to 5G this time, but don't expect to get super fast 5G speeds, because obviously an Apple Watch doesn't really need that. It's more the ability it can connect to that cellular. So basically that obviously to make phone calls and things like this, that you'll have that ability to actually hop onto that. So that's great news to hear there. And then funny enough, for the seventh big upgrade, and that is also that we're going to finally get SOS connectivity on the Ultra 3. So this is the ability to connect to satellites in the sky. So if you're up a mountain, you know, if you're in the middle of the desert somewhere, or, you know, you get it in the middle of the Antarctic and the ice or whatever, you'll be able to still be able to connect if you get into big trouble. And personally, I think this is something which should have come along to the first Apple Watch Ultra. But obviously it's taken to the third generation, but it is finally coming. And this is great news that we are getting this. Then finally, for the eighth big leak that we've heard about, and that is we're going to be getting a new kind of blood pressure sensor being added to the Ultra 3 this time, and also the Series 11. This new kind of ability will be able to measure your blood pressure. So for example, like I said about the hiking and things like this, that if you're climbing up, you know, things and your blood pressure is getting higher, it'll be able to tell you. Or for example, for medical kind of terms, if you get high blood pressure and it needs to be monitored, it'll be able to alert you for that too, or even low blood pressure as well. So this is great news to hear that we're getting these updates to the Ultra 3 this time round. But really guys, those are the top 8 leaks to tell you about. Are you excited for the Ultra 3? Are you going to be getting one? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well guys, it's time to, you know, wrap up this video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. And as always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.